Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're just reviewing this little fella here. It's the EcoFlow River 2. I'm just charging it up at the moment. You can see the EcoFlow portable solar panels, that's the word I'm looking for. So I'll put the name up there, what it's actually called. And at the moment it is getting in, let's have a look, 157 watts. Which it is a sunny day, but it is quite early in the morning. It's only about 10 o'clock or so, and it says it's going to take about 2 hours to charge it up completely, but it's already got 23% in allegedly, so we'll see how long that takes, and then we'll do a little review on it, see what it can charge, see what it can power, and how long it lasts. These are some of the items that we're going to charge or run. I know for a fact some of them won't work. I don't think the toaster will work. Probably the kettle will. The induction hob may not, depends what power I have it on. The little hairdryer, that's possibly too high. But I went and had a shave earlier on. You might have noticed that when I came back there, I'm clean shaven, just so we could test that one. We've got the Macbook, we've got the Insta360, iPhone 15, we've got a coffee machine, we're going to try that one as well. So all the things that you would probably use if you were out and about in your motorhome or you're camping in your tent, you know, things like that. And this amplifier, we'll see if that one works as well. I don't know. Right, so 3 hours have passed and it's fully charged up now. It did actually take about 3 hours to completely charge from 23%. But it was only charging at 150 watts because it was using the EcoFlow solar panels. And it's a bigger unit than I thought it was actually. This one is, I don't know whether you can see where it says, EcoFlow River 2 Max. No, I thought it was just the River 2, but it's the Max version. So as you can see, it's got loads of different little ports on it for you to use. So basically you just turn it on. You can see here it's got 100% charge in there, and these are all the different connections we can use. So we've got a normal, what I call a cigarette lighter, but it's, you know, it's like the 12 volt thing. I hope I haven't got sweaty armpits under there. We've got the normal AC outputs, which is, that's a, well, not a European plug, it's a UK plug. And of course you do have to turn the switches on when you want to use them. So this switch for that one, this switch for that one, and that one powers this one as well. So we've also got USB-A ports as well, and a USB-C port, which is 100 watts. So that one will charge like something like the Macbooks, something like that. Anyway, let's have a look, see what we can charge with it, or what we can run with it. Oh, by the way, before we go any further, if you wouldn't mind doing us a favour, do you fancy giving us a thumbs up, and if you subscribe, that would be fantastic. It really helps the channel along. So we're going to try the MacBook first. I'm not sure if it isn't already fully charged, but let's give it a go. So this one goes into the USB-C, which is a 100 watt output apparently. So you plug that in there. Did you hear it? So apparently you don't have to turn this button on over here. These must be already, it just must recognise when you plug something in. So it is charging the MacBook, and it's taken out just 14 watts at the moment, and it says it would run for 42 hours to run that, so that's not too bad, is it? By the way, this is my other channel. You probably can't see the screen very good in this light. I can barely see it. Foxy's Travels, that's a different channel. That's about when we go travelling. Have a look over at that one as well, and give that one a thumbs up and a subscribe. That would also be brilliant. Right, what should we try next? We'll try a few different things at the same time. Let's see how it goes. I've got this little microphone, DJI microphone, so that's just going to go straight into the USB-A socket, no problem. I've also got an Insta360 camera. We'll stick that one in, see what happens. And I'm also going to try the Amazon Echo as well, see how that works. So at the moment it's already charging these two, no problem at all. So it's hardly even registering, so it's only it's using 4 watts or something, and it'll run for 80 hours. I'll unplug them just for now, so we know what happens when we plug the Amazon Echo in it. So I'm going to plug it in this side here. Now you definitely have to put this switch on and that should burst into life. I think there is a little light on there, but it's so bright out here. Amazing. Look at the weather in the UK at the moment. It's fantastic. Now I haven't switched it on, so that's probably why. Come and say hello to the people. There he is. He's soppy. Oh, he's purring. Oh, 22-year-old cat. He's such a cutie. He bites me sometimes though. Definitely doesn't say it's using any power, but it must be because it's powered up. That's the thing. Sometimes you get like little false readings from them that you don't quite understand why it's saying the things it does. I don't know. So we're going to say that yes, it definitely powers an Amazon Echo. So I think essential for all camping trips or motorhome trips is a kettle. This one was given to us by Howard and Amanda, who actually own this little thing. They let us borrow it over the weekend so we could try it out. I'll tell you what else I've got, what I haven't got on the list here, is a fridge. We're going to try a fridge on it as well. So let's plug this one in. Are we on? Turn it on, see what happens. And it says it's using 509 watts. It's got a power usage of 600 watts, this one. So it's actually saying it would only run for 50 minutes if you continuously boiled a kettle like this. So that gives you some idea of the capacity of the whole thing. And there it is, boiling away. So we know it's definitely good enough, as you can see, to boil a kettle for an essential cup of tea. So what else is essential for breakfast when you're away camping? Toast, of course. So we've got this toaster, and I've just checked on the bottom, and this one says it's a 750 watt toaster. Like I said, it says it will boost to 1000 watts, so we'll see how that goes. We're already down to 96% just by boiling that very small little bit of water. He's the cat back. Hello, catty. So let's have a go, see what happens to this one. Well, it's definitely working. You can feel the heat coming out the top, and it is using 516. So if you wanted a lot of toast, you're only going to get 47 minutes of continuous toasting, which, let's face it, who makes toast for 47 minutes? Did you hear the fan kick in there? It's not too loud, this one, but believe me, the other one we've got is much, much louder than that. I can cope with that, no bother. Anyway, it's so we've got 47 minutes left, and there you go, there's the toast popped up. So yes, you can do some toast for your breakfast. Now this one here, we've got an induction hob. I'm pretty sure it's going to fail on this because this one is up to 2000 watts, obviously depending on what temperature you've got it set at. Now the thing about these induction hobs as well, if you don't know, especially this one, I can't vouch for others, but definitely this one, as soon as you plug it in, it's using about 100 watts of power, whether it's actually cooking anything or not. Cooking. So let's plug it in, let's have a look, see what it does. It's beeped. It's still going. There, it's come on. It did work for a little bit. It said it was using 500 odd watts. But what this does, it goes up and down. The power consumption goes up and down. So yeah, it's not having any of that. So induction hob, this one anyway, no go. Now obviously, if you want to look as pristine as me with me beautifully coiffed hair, it's normally curly when I have to use straighteners. Obviously not. They're not for me. They're for the missus. I'm sure she loves being called the missus, Brenda. So let's try these. It says these are only 30 watts. I don't know. Let's have a look. I usually burn my fingers on these when I'm doing it for her. Doesn't say it's using any power at all. Oh yeah, it did reset itself. It had turned that off. So there's the thing. If ever it's not working, just check that it hasn't reset itself. So they're on now, and they are actually using 130, about 130 watts. They're working, and they're getting hot. You could have 4 hours of straightening your hair. Isn't that great? Ain't that great? Yep, so they work. Yep, definitely red hot. So straighteners, definitely. I'm sure it works for curling tongs as well. Electric shaver, I'm sure this will be absolutely fine. Yep, it's telling me it's charging, it's flashing green there. 21 hours it says it would charge for, and it doesn't actually say. That's weird, that, because obviously it's using something, but why isn't it telling me the outage? You know, what's going out, how many watts is it using? I don't know about that, but the fact it's saying it'll charge for 21 hours means it's not using a lot. So yeah, shaver, it's a go-go. So a hairdryer, what do you think? It says 1200 watts on the label. It's got 2 settings though, so I'm assuming one's 600 and one's 1200. I don't know, let's have a go. Try number 1 first. That is definitely working, and it's using 470 odd, and it would run for, is that 4 hours? 46 minutes. Right, let's click it up to full power and see what happens. Nah, it initially went up to full power, and then the hairdryer itself knocked it down to half power. So I wonder if that's a safety measure it's got built into it. And it hasn't actually cut out. So that's a good thing, I think. So a little hairdryer. Make sure you've got one with a low power on it. Yeah, why not? Won't go for long, but if it's something you need, then yeah. So another thing that we use in the van is the air fryer, and it works a treat with our big EcoFlow. But as we keep saying, this is a smaller one. It's not really designed for this kind of thing. This one runs on 1300 watts, but again, it's a one you can turn the temperature up and down. So I reckon we could probably cook at, I don't know, 140 degrees before it goes off. Would you use it for this kind of thing? Probably not. So we're plugged in, it's switched on. Let's have a go. I've got it set on about, we'll try it on 120 degrees first. It's working. Don't know whether you can hear it. 604 watts it's using. So I'm going to turn it up just a little bit more. Overloaded, so yeah, that's a no-go. Yes, we all like a cup of coffee. We've got the Bosch coffee machine, which takes the little pods. It's a 1300 watt thing again, so it's probably not going to work. Just take a little gas oven with you. It's not designed for that, but I'm going to test it because we've got one. Let's plug it in, see what it does. It has come on, so it's not doing anything. While you weren't watching, it just turned itself off. It didn't actually say it was overloading or anything, though it has turned the AC thing off. So this particular coffee machine, it's a no-go. And now he's something a bit more useful, a fridge, something you probably would take away with you, or definitely think about taking away with you. It works really good. We use it on, you can use it on the AC, or you can use it on 12 volts. If we've got the choice, we will use the 12 volts, because these little things and the bigger ones, once you turn the AC on, it kicks an inverter in, which inevitably uses some power as well. I'm not sure how much, but it's always best to use less. So I'm going to try it. I don't know what the power on this is, because it doesn't say it anywhere on it. So we'll plug this one in using the AC. See how it goes. It's turned itself on. Now with the AC on this fridge, it does have a control. You can turn the power up and down. Yeah. So it was running on full power anyway, so for that, not a problem. It's using 70 watts on the AC, and it says it would run for 5 hours. Interesting to see what it does on the 12 volts. So we'll take that out, remembering to turn it off. We'll try it on the 12 volts and see if it makes any difference. Now you do have to turn this on here, so it's on. Saw the red light come on, and it's using less power now. It's only using 54 watts, which is great. And it says it'll run for 7 hours. I think we got more out of that when we've just been away. We'll see. Now obviously it's using only 51 watts. When we had the solar panels plugged in, that was taking in 150 watts at least, especially on a day like this where it's absolutely gorgeous. So It means you could run it all day and it wouldn't use any power at all from this, only from the sun. Fridge, definitely a go-go. Right, I've come indoors because I wanted to try the TV. This one is AC and 12 volt as well. I'm just going to try it on the AC. Now, there is a little bit of a, not a design fault, but you know, something to be aware of, that you need to turn the AC socket on before you plug it in, because once you plug it in, because this plug is so big, you can't actually get at it. Plug that in. Let's try the TV. But there you go, yeah, the TV's working, not a problem. So if you want to take a TV away with you when you're camping or in your motorhome, it's a go-go. Oh, it's on. So I just had one more thing to try, really, just for a bit of fun. Maybe you're a busker and you want to go out into the street and do some busking. So you've got a little lamp like this, which is the Spark from Positive Grid, and your little power supply. It's telling me it's hardly using any power whatsoever. I don't know why. And it says it'll run for 21 hours or something. So let's see if it works. I'm not the best guitarist in the world, but I'll probably upset the neighbours. But see if I can remember something. Hopefully I'm not good enough to get a copyright strike. Here we go. So yeah, that definitely works. So that's a go-go. So would I buy the EcoFlow River Max 2? I'm sure that's what it's called. River 2 Max. Would I buy one? 440 quid. Well, it's brilliant for if you want to charge. Well, you've seen everything what you can charge. Anything that you just, cameras, drones. Oh yeah, I could have plugged my drone in. Well, I'm telling you, it would definitely charge the drone. Your MacBook as well, that works. Not a problem at all. But I wouldn't use it for cooking. I don't think you can use it for cooking. You can't use it for coffee machine. Didn't really work, did it? You could boil a kettle, a low wattage kettle. So you definitely have a cup of tea, and it worked on the toaster. So yeah, you could make pot noodles, I guess. And you could buy a hell of a lot of gas for that money. But I think I still would, because I like to keep my beer cold when I'm away. So it will definitely run the fridge for hours and hours and hours. On a day like this, not a problem. You could run 3 fridges and it still wouldn't use any power. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up, I think. So yeah, I've given it a thumbs up, so you give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye now.